Welcome to your PlanetBase Colonial Administration Software's Junior Administration Guide, where we will show you how to make the most of your PlanetBase Colonial Administration software. With this guide, you too will be able to direct humanity towards a mechanized utopian future. Today's subject will be surviving the first day or 3. Breaking ground! So, you've landed safely on the planet's surface. Good for you, Administrator! But what to do next? Before you place any structures, take a look at your surroundings. Do you see a mountain nearby your colony ship? If not, take some time to enjoy the scenery and find your closest mountain. Now, tell your colonists to build an oxygen generator nearby and an airlock facing towards the nearby mountain. Because our colonists are not man-machine hybrids, they have an annoying habit of needing to breathe. Unfortunately, hose technology was lost during the 20th Lunar World War, and thus colonists cannot just hook up and refill their suits. As a result, your colonists must go inside, strip out of their suits, and let them recharge on the bays provided. Power to the people! But what's this? Your oxygen generator is complete, but it's not working? Well, of course not! All buildings require power, the oxygen generator included. As a colonial administrator, you will be in charge of maintaining a power grid to keep the lights on and breathable air flowing. But that's not all you need to make oxygen. Placing a moisture collector will aid in your colonists' health by ensuring they do not suffocate as a result of an H2O-less oxygen generator. Good job, Eager Beaver! Your generator is working just fine! Now your non-enhanced future cyborgs can breathe with ease. Lunch break! Now that your colonists can breathe easy, they are most likely starving. Why don't you give them a decent meal so they can continue to work at optimum efficiency and not die of starvation? Building a canteen is easy, but requires a little more involvement once the structure itself is complete. You, as Colonial Administrator, are the only person who has the qualifications to set up position tables, water fountains, and televisions. It's a rough job, but you've been trained to handle it, and your colonists depend on your guidance. Ha ha! Why don't you pause the video here and grab a snack, as a reward for all of your hard work and impeccable direction. Bunkering down. Those 2 little robots can't do everything, and since they can't do everything, your colonists have to do everything else. That means they will get tired, and since we can't legally replace their internal organs with wires and computer chips powered by batteries, they will need a place to sleep. Dorms are perfect for this, since they can hold a great many colonists during their slumbering hours. Until we work out the specifics of the man-to-machine cyborgification process, a dorm itself will not be enough. So unless you authorize the construction of beds and tell your colonists exactly where to place them, your workers and engineers will find themselves closer to zombies than efficient machines of industry. So don't forget to place those beds. Planting the seeds of the future! Again, while we are working on a way to just recharge our colonists, until that day comes, they will need food. And the food you carried with you will eventually run out. There is only one solution to this problem, and that's to plant your own food. You will need to place a biodome. As with everything else, a colonial administrator must be at ease with the idea that he must personally outline every aspect of the biodome once it is complete. Get used to it. And get used to the taste of salads, because that's all you'll be eating for a while. What's mine is mine. In time, your colony will run out of materials with which to expand, but you were prepared, weren't you, Administrator? Because you set up right next to a mountain. What? You didn't? What the fuck? Because you were prepared and set up next to a mountain, you can now build a mine that is within reasonable distance to your airlock. This is good news, as once the mine is complete, working-class colonists will exit the base in spacesuits and head into the mines to retrieve unrefined ore with which to make steel for future generations. Now that ore is being mined, a savvy colonial administrator will see the need for a processing plant. Here, once constructed and outfitted with the proper machines, all of your unrefined materials can become ready components for construction, or for more complex parts, or even better machines and structures. In addition to ore, however, any good colony will use excessive amounts of non-degradable plastics. Since there are no readily available crude petrol deposits anywhere in the entire universe except for Earth, colonial administrators must make do with bioplastics. Because your first biodome is more or less filled with nutrient-rich plants for your future cyborg colonists to eat while they are not cyborgs, you will need a second biodome to grow less filling plants within. These plants, like pea plants, rice, and wheat, will yield to you and your colonists a steady supply of biomaterials that can be converted into plastics at your processing plant. But wait! Your biologists won't be able to handle 4 whole rice plants on their own! A good colonial administrator does not overextend his or her workers, so only place 2 plants for now. In addition, you will need to place a few medicinal pads, build a lab, and add a sickbay to your colony. Colonists may become hurt on the job or even sick, and will need a place to rest, heal, and sign that waiver for experimental surgery. Don't forget to add more power and water structures to your grid. Overtaxing the grid can lead to slow creeping catastrophe. Into the future! A good colonial administrator does not stop there, however. As more colonists arrive, once you've built a landing pad, the need to build more structures, outfit them, and generate more power and water will grow. Make sure to always keep an eye on those graphs, and never overextend your base's capability to support those workers who live and work within those bubble-like walls. Keep a sharp lookout, a clear head, and the lights on. After all, it would be a sad day in hell if we lost our stock of prime human subjects before we had a chance to turn them into an army of half-robot, half-human abomination. PlanetBase, the light of future stars awaits!